you think it wasn't a bad decision on my end?
No, I don't think so.
I hope not. It feels bad, friends. It just feels bad. Spending lots of money feels bad.
I'll cut you a deal right now.
I feel like I'm a Jew or something.
What?
Jews are penny pinchers with money. I feel like I'm a Jew of some sort. Like someone like very frugal with my money. That's what I feel like. Anytime I spend money, I feel bad about it. But I do it a lot.
You spend so much money.
I know, and I feel bad about it every time. I think this contributes...
Not in crypto.
No, I feel bad about that.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel really bad.
Okay, let me cut you a deal. For $10,000, you can have my car, and I'll go buy a new one.
No! Your car's like falling apart.
You can have it. It's okay, babe. That's a steal too.
What? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Your Ford Fiesta is just it's good, but yeah, no. You're stripped down. It's fine. You can keep it. It's probably gonna die soon anyways. You're gonna need a new vehicle.
I know.
All right. We are talking about the monthly scoop for November. We're gonna give you all the deets, everything that's happened. T-Swift, layoffs, the World Cup, Trump, Elon Musk.
More.
Yeah, lots of stuff. But let's start the show. Yeah, why don't you try doing it? You want to do it?
Sure. What's up, guys? And welcome to the Strive Nation podcast, where we talk about the daily monotony of life. But that's okay, because sometimes you need a little monotony in this busy thing we call life. I'm joined with my fantastic, strong co-host, Cory. How are you doing today, Cory?
I feel a little...
melancholy.
Yes, that's the word. My car died. I'll just get into it with my downvote.
Okay, straight into the downvote. Give it to me.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a mezcal espresso martini. I haven't tried it yet. I waited. I'm kind of scared. I think it's gonna be good. I just swapped out the vodka for mezcal, and then I expressed an orange peel over the top because orange goes with tequila. And then I put cinnamon nutmeg on the top too because sometimes you do tequila shots with orange and cinnamon.
Okay, tell me how it is.
Oh. I've been watching this show, this like mixologist show. Cory hates it.
It's quite disgusting. All for you. Really disgusting. Nasty.
I'm gonna be honest. I knew you were gonna hate it. I just wanted to see your face.
Wow, that's some really bad shit right there.
It's so good.
I'm drinking chocolate milk. Because I'm 10 and it's yummy, okay? It's gonna make me sleep good. Yes. Okay. Go pause the show, get something to drink, let us know what you're drinking. Before we start the show, make sure that you go right now and follow on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Strive Nation Pod for all the coolest content on the internet. And for you visual people, head over to YouTube and smash the subscribe button and like every video to show that you care. But first, upvotes
and downvotes.
Go for it, ladies first.
Okie dokie. My upvote is I'm fully in the Christmas spirit.
Good for you.
Yes. We decorated the day after Thanksgiving. Added some new decor to the apartment.
Yeah. It's yeah.
I've been watching all of the Hallmark Christmas movies. The new Lindsay Lohan Christmas movie.
Yeah, that one's crap.
You didn't even watch it with me.
It's got Lindsay Lohan and it's automatically crap.
I enjoyed it. I've been wearing my Home Alone t-shirt. I've been jamming out to Christmas music. Me, the Christmas cheer.
I like our harvest colors better. I like the fall decor better than the winter decor.
It's because you're a tones guy.
Yep.
You like the tones.
Yeah, I don't like bright colors.
Our Christmas decor is brown and gold.
And red. Brought lots of red home.
No, I'm returning the red.
Okay.
Anywho, that's my upvote. What's yours?
The Preds game, we kind of like gave each other our Christmas gift and birthday gifts early because we're really bad at having keeping surprises for the other. And we decided to celebrate them early because we didn't know if we were going to get a weekend together through the end of the year. We went to a Preds game.
Did we not talk about our Christmas gifts yet?
I don't know.
Oh my God. Well, then scratch that. My upvote is clearly my Christmas gift.
Yeah, your Christmas gift was cool.
Yeah. It was so cool.
Yeah, but the Preds game.
That was fun.
It was. It's a lot bigger and more. There's more spectacle to it than a normal gambler's game that we're used to from back home.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that. The game went super into like overtime, like but we actually won.
Overtime.
So yeah, we won. So it was all good in the end. But it went
fun.
After a while. It's like even the goalies are like, here, just score on me.
Yeah.
They were actually, so done.
Yeah, because they just kept getting. They were doing shootouts, and the first three, the goalies did really good and tied, and then one goalie let it go, and then the other goalie let it go, and then the other yeah. It
was back and forth. Anyhow. But it was a good time.
Yeah, it was.
What is your downvote?
So I lost my AirPods a while back. I looked everywhere for them, couldn't find them, and I was procrastinating on buying new ones because I knew as soon as I bought the new ones, I would find the old ones because that's how life works. But 2 weeks, and I was dying without AirPods at work. So after, Black Friday, we went to the Apple store, and I bought some new ones because they had like a free gift card with it. And guess what I found come Monday at work?
I knew you were going to find them.
My pods.
Yep, so now you have 2 pairs.
I'm going to sell my old ones.
Okay, well, that's good.
For $200. If there's any takers, let me know. But yeah, that's my downvote because I knew it was going to happen. And then like 2 days went past and I'm like, oh, maybe not. Maybe I truly did lose them. And then I picked up a scarf and they just fell out. So, anywho, I think we already know what your downvote is, but you should tell us again.
My car broke down.
Yes.
My Mini Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
$8,000 worth of repairs. It's not worth fixing. So I had to buy a new vehicle. Another Mini Cooper, but new. And I'm used to not having a car payment. So I'm a little salty on it. It's like one of those things where do you buy a new vehicle? Do you buy a pre-owned vehicle? If you buy a pre-owned vehicle, are you just better like getting something as cheap as possible? Like it's the game you play. Or like if you buy something new, do you buy a super like, I don't know, like a Ford Fiesta super stripped, only pay like $15,000, or do you like get the thing you want? I don't know. Yeah. But I went with the Mini Cooper again. A Countryman. We're trying it out. S version 2019 with a little bit of mileage on it, but we'll see. It's pre-owned.
It looks cute.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. I'm waiting until we see what it looks like, but I like to throw some black stripes on down the middle. And then probably tint all the windows.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Butch does that at work.
He is a window tinter?
Yeah, he has a company that does it. Like, he owns a company.
Please tell me you're not going to tint them so black, though, because I hate when people do that.
Not super black, just black enough.
Okay. It's also like a safety hazard, so don't go too dark.
You know, that's only like, it's from the outside in, not the inside out, right?
Yes, I'm saying it's a safety hazard from the outside in. If you get pulled over by a cop, they can't see you. If you get in a car accident, someone can't see you in there. Like, there's emergency situations where a tint like that is very dangerous.
Oh, wow.
If you're passed out against the window, I would like for someone to be able to see that so they don't bash the sledgehammer through your head.
Well, there's that.
Yes.
Well, in an event that I'm passed out with my head against the window in a crash.
Yes.
I'll be thinking about that while I'm unconscious.
Okay.
Okay. Let's get into the monthly scoop and enough of this rambling.
Yes.
Nancy Pelosi is fired. She will not take another leadership position in the DNC. Thank God.
Darn.
She's dead. She's dead. And she can spend all of her time with her husband and that nudist.
I mean, she's still going to be there.
Maybe she's a nudist.
She probably is. That's why she's so cranky when she's in DC, is because she's like, I have to wear clothes. They're so itchy.
Yeah, I need my tatas out for everyone to see.
Well, she was on the beach with her tatas out a couple months ago.
Yeah, but this is, I mean, yeah, I'm
good.
just, she's irritating. She's deplorable in my opinion.
I just think it's funny how everyone's like, we need to celebrate the great Nancy Pelosi and everything she's done since being the head of the DNC.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, what? Did she do anything? Like, they're talking about her like she's like Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yeah, I don't even.
And like, I think AOC's done more than her, which is saying a lot.
AOC at least drafted 5 pages of shit. So at least she did something. November was an interesting month. There was a lot of like public figures in the spotlight battling it out, it seems.
Yes,
this month.
There was a lot of rivalries. There was a lot of like fighting. Fighting.
I mean, we're used to it, but I feel like this month there's a lot of it. Yeah. Elon's throwing it in everyone's face, though.
I love Elon.
Since he's taken Twitter, Trump's back. Jordan Peterson's back. The Babylon Bee is back.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that I don't understand. Like, so he did a poll saying, hey, should we reinstate Trump back to Twitter? And it was like 52 to 48%.
Yeah.
That's remarkably close.
That is very close.
My thing is like, do people not understand how free speech work?
No.
Like, free speech has to be all speech, even if you don't like it.
People don't understand that.
No, they don't. They really don't get it.
Your free speech is mean, so you can't do it.
Yeah, and who dictates that?
It's homophobic.
Right.
It's hurting my feelings.
Yeah. It's like, it's the same line that you draw. It's like, you can pretty much say whatever you want as long as you're not, like, inciting violence, screaming fire in a crowded theater, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, harassing someone.
Yeah,
can't
libel.
do that. Yeah, libel, slander, you can't do any of that. But you should be able to say whatever you want, even if it's something that people don't like.
Yeah. Did you hear what Elon did before reinstating Trump?
What?
He told everyone to go home from the Twitter offices. He turned off everyone's badges. And he kicked everyone out of, like, their, like, employee-wise, out of, like, their corporate, like, Twitter, like, their computers and all their emails and all of that.
Yeah.
Because he knew there was going to be a backfire. So, which is really smart. He, like, covered his bases. He, like, knew the people he could trust, and they were at the headquarters with him. And he just locked everyone out, and he was like, okay, let's do this. Trump, bring him back. Isn't that hilarious?
Yeah, I mean, couldn't they just technically go back and then when they turn them back on, just have an issue? They would all have issue. Yeah,
but if him and only a trusted group of people are, like, writing it into the code and doing all that stuff and having less people interfere with it, I think that's what they were concerned about, you know?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like, the actual process of bringing him back to Twitter.
Yeah, that's, I don't know, just these crazies, man. I don't like everything Trump says either, and he's very irritating right now, but...
He's also running for president. He just announced it.
Yeah, with a very, like, an hour and a half long announcement.
I'll be really honest. The first 45 minutes I listened to and I was engaged. He announced his presidency, and then I fell asleep listening to the speech.
Yeah, it was, I mean, it's all the normal Trump stuff. I'm amazing. Yeah. Everything was better when I was around. I've been told it's not even me. Oh Other people say that I'm amazing.
Yeah. That's basically what it was.
Yeah, pretty much.
He had some, like, really good zingers, though, at, like, Trump and Kamala and Nancy. So, like, those were funny. I was like, okay.
Well, that's what you love Trump. Is because all the one-liners, it's just like, and what are they going to do about it? Nothing, you know?
Yeah, like, he's clearly not going to change his ways to be, like, more stately, like everyone thought he was going to do. He's like, fuck that, man. I'm myself.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's fun.
Yeah.
We'll see how it really impacts DeSantis running and everyone else.
I'm still voting DeSantis over Trump.
Oh, yeah. If DeSantis runs, I think he's got a solid chance.
Well, and Trump's, like, really fucking up right now, so
yeah,
he's losing votes.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. I know when he made the announcement, a lot of people were happy about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, enough about Trump, though.
China. Yeah, there's protesters.
The China virus. I'm just kidding.
Well, so China is still dealing with COVID-19 because they have a 0 case policy. So that means that they're trying to get to 0%, which is just so unrealistic.
Well, like, and it's not true anyways. They've been faking their numbers since the beginning. And the other thing is like, they knew there was a breakout and they hid it up from everyone. They didn't, and then they were misleading like everyone, even who they were misleading for like the longest time, and no one's held them accountable for it this entire time, and they're still like, I don't know, they're locking people in their homes, they're welding the door shut.
Yeah, well, they're still doing that. That's what caused this huge protest and riot, because the Chinese people are just sick of it. Like, they're still getting welded into their houses. There's fires happening in houses and people are dying because they can't get out. But what's crazy is a lot of, like, China's a communist country. So the fact that people are finding creative ways to get these videos out of the protesters and to get their complaints out, like, into the rest of the world, like, that's super impressive. That has to take a lot of guts.
Yeah.
Like, people are definitely getting killed for that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, we'll keep watching.
Just blessed to be in America where that stuff doesn't happen.
Yeah.
We would never allow it to happen either. There would be such an uprising.
Oh, for sure.
Like, and everyone talks about January 6th, which is a freaking joke. No one did anything. It's because people, if they're pushed, like, everyone knows that it's a joke, so no one was going to push back then. It was mostly a few extreme people, like extreme people that were pushing, because you're always going to get those. But like most Americans know we're not there yet. Like, no one was going to do anything. Your rights, when they start to come in your house and like take your people away for having COVID or something, like take your kids away, like
Australia,
you like something like that, where they went into your home, like you had COVID, the police were going to come in and take your children, stuff like that, Americans would freak out.
Oh, for sure. And like, we have so many guns.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's the other thing. That would never happen, but yeah. Fundamentals, man. Fundamentals. There was a shooting at a Colorado Springs gay club.
Yes.
That everyone's been talking about.
Okay, yeah. Everyone's been talking about it. And then a lot of people shut up about it. It's been very interesting. So there's a shooting at a Colorado Springs gay club. There was a couple people killed. Obviously, several people injured. And the story right out of the gate was, this person's an alt-right extremist. He's a conservative and a Republican and yada, yada, yada. Like, that's how the media was spinning it. And then it comes out that the shooter is actually... that the shooter is actually non-binary.
Oh, yeah, non-binary.
And goes by the pronouns they, them. So all the court documents are having, they have to address them by they, them. And then all of a sudden, like, all this lefty media had people on like, oh, well, he doesn't even look like he is non-binary. He's definitely a guy. Like, all these people from the left who, if, like, that's misgendering someone. That's dead naming someone. They would never do that. But they put such a terrible spin on this person that they can't take it back now and be like, yo, we didn't have the right information. Like, here's updated. No, instead they're just going, like, full blown with it and being like, he's not even non-binary.
Well, it took a first turn at the beginning because the media was trying to get everyone to gender them correctly first. They found out about it, and then they were railing people, even though this was like a killer, they were railing people for not using the correct pronouns, even though you got some, like, who cares about that?
Oh, where'd you see that at?
A lot of the media outlets were doing it.
Oh, that's funny, because
they were calling them out, saying, "Hey, we have to use the right pronouns with this murder."
That's so interesting, because I was watching, like, the news clips I saw, the mainstream media was interviewing people, and they were saying, like, yeah, that person's not non-binary.
Yeah, that was after.
Yeah.
Because they got caught out being, like, the media was getting caught out where, like, people like, this is a murder and you care about their gender. Then they go, he's not even. That's what happened. He's not even.
Oh, gotcha.
So they tried to backtrack, so now they just look like shit two ways.
Yeah. Anywho, the person killed a bunch of people. They then has, like, everyone's like, conservatives just blame mental health. He is clearly has mental health issues.
They all have mental health issues.
That's why they go shoot people.
Yeah.
But he did. This is another thing. There's another issue with it. So he last year threatened to kill his whole family, and the police knew about it, and then they didn't do anything with their investigation. And so the shooter was still able to obtain a gun because the red flag policies weren't followed. And then people are like, this is why we need more gun rights. It's like, or gun protection. I'm like, no, you just need to follow the current existing gun protection. Like, he should have been flagged for red flag laws, but he wasn't. Or they weren't, excuse me. So, that's like all the bad stuff. I do want to point out that there was a hero in all of this. So, there was a man there with his wife and his daughter, because they were watching, there was a drag show. And when the shooting started happening, he tackled the shooter and ended up being able to stop them from killing more people.
Heroism.
Yeah. So that was good.
Yeah. That is
silver
really
lining.
The silver lining.
Yeah.
Let's move on from death and dismay.
Okay.
The World Cup.
In a interesting country. So the World Cup's in Qatar this year. Qatar. Is it Qatar?
Yes. You keep using Qatar.
Qatar. Why did I say? I think I'm wrong.
You're not a little wrong. You're like pecan wrong. Okay, bro. We're cutting all this. Okay.
We're cutting that.
Let's
okay.
Just go back. It's Qatar. It's not Qatar.
As soon as I said it, I feel like that's not right.
You have not heard anyone say that. I swear to God, you have not.
I feel.
You have not. Okay.
Okay. World Cup is being held in Qatar, which is an interesting place because it's not like the most freest country.
Yeah.
So I'm confused why we keep having these major sporting events in these countries. I mean, I guess the whole world decides where these events are taking place. Anywho, World Cup is in Qatar. It's very different from any other World Cup because there's no beer sales.
Well, that's probably the soccer fans won't get crazy and start tearing down all the fences and everything like they normally do.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're, like, what I imagine the current World Cup is if you went to Lambeau Field and there was no beer.
Yeah, probably.
I think it's like the same equivalent.
But when it comes to soccer, it's probably a good thing because there's this stigma that soccer fans are like super, super rowdy, right?
They extremely
yeah.
Are extremely
so like
similar.
They're probably just all like super civil, just sitting in their chair, not doing
like
anything.
Bored.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So there's no beer sales, and then in addition to that, so Qatar obviously has some pretty anti-LGBTQIA policies, rules, laws put in place. So a bunch of these countries, including the U.S., were putting gay flags all over their uniforms. And then they all got to the World Cup and mysteriously, all of these like gay like pride flags and rainbow wristbands that they were going to wear, they aren't wearing them at all. It's like literally as soon as they hit country. And people are like, why aren't you wearing them? And blah, blah, blah. And they're just like, oh, like, meh. And kind of dodging
They were all dodging the bullet.
They're all dodging the bullet. And it's because FIFA told them that they couldn't wear it. Like, obviously, you're in a country that doesn't allow homosexual relationships. You can't just, like, go into this country and force your ideals on them.
Yeah.
Like, that's... Okay, I'm going to be real honest. I don't think the American team having a pride flag on their arm is going to convince the entire Qatar government to be like, you know what? We should allow gay people to be here.
Well, and here's the other thing. They're playing soccer. No one gives a fuck that they're pounding each other in the ass.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's also something. Maybe
Yeah.
no one cares. Maybe there's that.
Yeah.
Maybe you should just play soccer. Oh, yeah, what you're here to do. Right. Okay,
And, like,
my
not
bad.
get into politics.
Yeah, my bad. Okay.
Also,
Glad we got that out of the way.
Also, one more thing. Funny thing. The U.S. was playing England and won.
Yeah.
And when they won, one of the U.S. team players, he pulled his jersey up and he had a t-shirt underneath that said, "It's called soccer." Because everyone else calls it football.
Yeah.
Besides the U.S.
Yeah.
So as soon as they won, he pulled his shirt up to say that. Is that so funny?
Hilarious.
What? I think that's so funny.
Oh.
I like that he's trolling them.
I mean.
It's such an American thing to do.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like, we beat you. Also, soccer. I don't know. I find it funny.
Okay.
Anywho.
Talk
about big tech for us.
Layoffs are coming. The economy's about to crash. Interest rates are getting hiked through the roof. Companies are going to start laying off all their staff because they can't afford to pay them.
Or just can't afford to,
Twitter,
feed them 20 meals a day.
Twitter, Amazon, they're all laying off staff. I know Facebook just laid off 20,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter, Elon Musk laid off 5,000 of the people. Actually,
we saw that coming.
Fired most of them, which is, turns out that a whole bunch of people sitting at their desk doing nothing. It's like you don't need to pay them.
Yeah.
Not very many people actually do most of the work. It turns out.
Shocking.
But yeah, just be prepared. All you people, make yourselves invaluable, irreplaceable.
Everyone's replaceable.
Build skills that no one else has. And no, not everyone's replaceable.
Yes.
I don't believe that for a second. Here's the thing. You replace me at work, you replace me, but you're going to get someone that's not as good. I don't care who it is. Guaranteed.
I'm sure if they look really, 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 really hard, they can find a Cory 2.0.
Disagree.
Okay. You're one in several million.
I'm one of a kind.
Wow.
Yeah.
One of a kind.
Yeah. No, I strongly believe that they're not going to get anyone. I've been there 3 years. I've seen over 200 people come in and leave that place. It's not out there. Trust me. It's not out there, bro. It's gone.
Oh, that's funny.
And now here's the other thing. If there is someone out there that's better than me, they're not going to go through the shit that I've gone through in that store.
That's true.
I'm one of a kind when it comes to this. Trust me. All right, moving on.
That's so funny. So we're going into the holiday season, obviously. And a lot of people are going to be traveling. Guess what airline decided it was the perfect time to remove their customer service line and encourage all of their guests to go to text, WhatsApp, and social media instead to get their problems resolved?
Frontier
Airlines.
It's lovely.
That is now the most ghetto airline to exist.
I mean, it's kind of ghetto before. Spirit's pretty bad too. At least Spirit, you can get cheap shit.
It was ghetto, but it's not so ghetto where it's like, hey, your flight got canceled after you were boarded on the plane for 2 hours.
Here, go text them and see if they reply.
Can you just DM us on Instagram and we'll get back to you?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Especially if most of the time when you're calling an airline customer service line.
Oh, talk to so many.
Well, it's an emergency most of the time. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, how's that gonna work with text?
Yeah.
Yeah, just WhatsApp me, bro. We'll get you all squared away.
The social. I'm like, so if everyone just starts tweeting at you, Frontier is just trending for the rest of its existence because everyone's always just asking questions.
Yeah.
Can I check in early for my flight?
Hey, it's free.
Can I move my flight?
Right.
Can I bring my dog on my flight? I need a refund.
Free publicity.
Right before the holiday season. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're like, we don't want to deal with all of these fucks when we cancel all their flights.
Yeah, I don't know. There's gotta be a bigger thing to this.
I don't know. I hope so.
Yeah, well, I don't know much about this story. You're gonna have to fill us in.
Speaking of mistakes. So there was a missile shot into Poland, and everyone was freaking out because they thought it was Russia. And they're like, this is Russia attacking the rest of the world.
Yeah, they're coming after us.
World War III, here we come. Get drafted.
Let's go. China versus Russia.
Yeah, guess what? Ukraine accidentally shot a missile into Poland.
Did anyone die?
Yes.
Wow.
2 farmers.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's sad.
How do you accidentally shoot a missile in the wrong fucking direction?
I don't know.
This is how I think it went. I think they were, lining up their U.S. paid for missile. And then one guy was like holding it. And then I think he sneezed. And as he sneezed, he accidentally moved. Went, shoo!
And shot it off.
It went to Poland.
Wow.
That's my theory.
I like it. You always have the best theories.
I do.
All right, back to another shooting. We should have just done the shootings all together, bro.
I know. We should have. There's not a lot to talk about this. There's a shooting in Virginia and 5 people passed away.
At Walmart?
Yeah, at a Walmart.
Well, I kind of understand that one because 80% of the people that walk in Walmarts are normally mentally handicapped.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you in those numbers?
No, but like you can understand that, you know, there's usually like psychological issues with these shooters. Mm-hmm. Well, that's like everyone that goes in Walmart. Go look up Walmart photos. You'll get a laugh.
Oh yeah, they're so funny.
All right. Student loan relief is held up in court because the Republicans don't want to give you any more money and they're horrible people.
Wow, shocking. It's not like we all saw this coming months ago.
Yeah, it's almost like our debt's too high as it is, and just pumping more money into the economy and forgiving everyone's debt for no reason doesn't actually help everything. It doesn't fix the practices that got you into the debt in the first place either. So
also student loan debt of everything.
Yeah.
That's the debt you decide to cancel.
It's like, oh, millennials, they already have so many freaking sociological issues. They're all messed up as it is, and let's just give them more free shit. No. What about all the people who already paid spent their entire lives paying off their freaking student debt? What about those people? They're not getting anything.
No.
You know?
Or the people that couldn't afford to go to college, so they didn't go.
Right. What about those people? Yeah, I don't agree with this at all. And I would be a recipient of this pay, and I still don't agree with it.
Both would.
Yeah. I think you should work hard for the things that you pay for in life. If you want to go to college, then work hard and put yourself through college like hardworking people do. It's good for you, and you're going to learn a lot. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But the interesting thing about it is that they pushed it out because of this holding up in court.
The deferment payments.
They pushed out. They deferred another 6 months until June. After the last 3 times they told you they weren't going to push it out anymore. They pushed it out again till June. And then if this whole court stint isn't resolved by June, 60 days after that, they will resume payments. So you could be looking at August, September until you have to pay again on your student loan.
Holy shit.
Yeah, insane.
It's obviously not going to go through, especially now that Republicans took more seats.
Yeah, so I don't know what they're going to do. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. It's not my number one priority on thought.
How about we cancel credit card debt?
No.
I agree with you. It would just be really convenient for you.
For me.
So.
Yeah, I would just, if that was happening, we should just all go out and load up all our credit cards. With free stuff. Yeah, give me all the shit. No, guys, I am so in debt now. I am in debt from crypto. I'm in debt from cars. I'm in debt from college. Like, I think that's my contribution to the world is just accruing debt at this point.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's horrible, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's okay. At least I live a lavish lifestyle, like the Tinder swindler.
Do you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go get some bitches and scam them for money and use that money to pay for my debt. Yeah,
at Aldi's.
yeah. These women are gonna pay for our Aldi grocery visits.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh my gosh. Oh, a few things on FTX. So we talked about this the last couple episodes.
Yes.
FTX, the biggest financial scam in history. Biggest con in history. Sam Bankman-Fried. Go watch a previous episode if you don't know anything about this. FTX, a crypto exchange, a centralized crypto exchange, went under, bringing down a whole bunch of other people with him. Basically, was using people's money to rebuy in their own token, propping up the value of their company with the consumers' funds. So there was no reserve currency. So if people pulled out their money, there was nothing to give them back. This caused a bankroll. The FTX platform collapsed. Then it was plagued with a bunch of hackers. Conveniently, no idea how that happened. It turned out that the hedge fund that they were funneling all these customer funds into was using user info from FTX to short and long coins. So they were basically tracking customer info and trying to make money off their customers through their buying and selling transactions. The other thing is this just happened a few days ago. BlockFi filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy for restructuring. $200 million worth. Not Chapter 11 isn't straight bankruptcy. It's like, hey, it's a form of bankruptcy, but it's not like, hey, we're like completely under, the company's done.
It's like last chance.
It's like that's exactly what it is. It's last chance. They say all the processes, the programs, the platforms, all fine. It's just for restructuring. Though, I mean, people kind of still freaked out.
Yeah, obviously.
But it's still fine, I guess. Because here's the thing. When you stake your coin, it's not like you can take it out anyways. So a lot of the stuff that people are putting in BlockFi, it's staked. So they can't take it out. But yeah, more FTX debacle. Scam, bankman, fraud.
Wow. Clever. Who's now in Argentina?
I don't know. No one knows where he is. Yeah, no one knows. But he did tweet out that he's sorry.
Shut up. Are you kidding me?
He didn't mean to do this to everyone, he said. So.
Oh, well, that's good. How's your private jet, sir?
Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I just see him, like, sitting on the beach in Argentina with, like, drinks and ladies surrounding him.
Oh, no, he's a fat, ugly dude. He doesn't have any ladies.
He has money. He has everyone's money.
Not anymore. He's pretty much,
He had to have something.
I mean...
Okay, just let me live my fantasy.
Okay.
He's surrounded by all these ladies, and then he just gets out his phone and says, sorry, guys. Took all your shit. Didn't mean to do that. Kinda. And, like, that's it.
No, see, that's a guy who's, like, intentional about it. I think he actually, like, just made mistakes and didn't, and he's like a young kid. It's like if you gave a toddler, like, $10 billion, what would happen to it?
Have a lot of puppies.
Well, they would probably put it in their mouth.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's kind of him. So, like, I just don't think he's a very intelligent, mature individual. So
you think he made mistakes and then just kept covering them up and then kept making bigger mistakes and just kept covering those up?
It's like, you watched, Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
So it's like Walter White. He just keeps getting in deeper and deeper, and he just keeps going with it. He says "fuck it" and just going with it.
Yeah,
I feel like what happened. People don't know this stuff. I mean, most people don't go through this kind of stuff. So it probably just got too deep, and he got in over his head, you know.
Dang.
Anyways, moving on. Enough crypto stuff.
Some quick news. Bob Iger is coming back to Disney as the CEO. So he was at Disney. Bob number 2 took over. Bob number 2 made every character in Disney gay and made everyone pissed at Disney. So he got fired, and now Bob Iger is back.
Yeah, and apparently he's going to remove some of the wokeness, I guess.
Yeah, he had a town hall with his employees, and that was addressed how he didn't want to get into politics and that politics shouldn't be a part of the stories. They should just be good storytellers to children. And even, like, the Don't Say Gay bill in Florida was brought up. And he just said, you know what? You can't please everyone. So, I think he's seeing how pushing this agenda really was detrimental to the company. And he's going to try and recoup as much as he can. And there's just so much stuff happening. So, I'm going to be eager to see how Disney changes.
Can't get any worse.
No, it literally can't get any worse. There was just a movie released about a gay kid or something. I don't know.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So,
Biden turns 80.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Biden. Another year, somehow.
Somehow
the dude's still living. I don't get it. You could have said, Biden turns 180, and I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, it's basically the same at this point.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, just get the man an ice cream cone and a bicycle to fall over on.
He's doing good.
Yep.
Western New York got 6 feet of snow. That's crazy.
Sounds about right. It's the stigma, right? You always see those pictures with the New York streets.
Yeah, Western New York. It's not New York City.
Oh.
The other half of the state.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, but like there was this really funny video. This person opens up their garage door and it's just snow. Like you're waiting till you can see like the actual outside. And like over half of it was just snow.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So yeah, those people have a lot of shoveling to do. Makes us glad we don't live in the Midwest anymore.
I do miss snow days sometimes. Like, let's be honest, you miss snow days a little bit.
Like when you're in school?
Even in work or whatever.
I didn't get work snow days. If I had a work snow day, it was so bad it was not a fun snow day.
Oh, I like when it snows and you're just in bed and you just watch all the snow and you're like, oh, time to go watch movies and drink hot chocolate.
Oh, that's true. We had a couple of those.
Yeah. They're nice. Yeah. Not all the time, but sometimes.
It was good.
This is your story.
This is my story. So Elizabeth Holmes, she was the founder of Theranos. There's a documentary about her on Hulu. Most people know who she is. But for those of you that don't, so Theranos was a health technology company that Elizabeth Holmes started. She got a whole bunch of seed money. She kept getting more funding and more funding and more funding. And it was a complete sham. They were trying to create this technology and weren't succeeding. So they're absolutely failing. And instead of being honest with investors and being like, hey, I'm so sorry. Like, we have failed. It's not working out. Like, that's what you get as an investor, some risk. She instead decided to lie and would falsify the demonstrations of how the product worked and was falsifying all the information about the product and all these amazing test results. So she committed fraud, obviously, huge scammer. And she just had her sentencing this past month, and she was sentenced to 11 years in prison.
Wow.
For fraud. Yikes. But she took a lot of people's money, so not to say it's not deserved. Okay, and then to close out our show, we have only one pop culture story this week, or this month. So Taylor Swift, her new album Midnight came out. We talked about it a little while ago. And then obviously whenever Taylor releases a new album, she immediately goes on tour because her fans are fiends, fanatics, will pay absolutely anything to get within the same stadium as Taylor Swift. So Taylor Swift is partnered with Ticketmaster to distribute her tickets. Depending on different perks you have as a person, you could purchase tickets earlier than people. Like, for example, if you're a Capital One holder, if you had some kind of membership, you could pre-purchase tickets.
I'm going to be honest right here. Mm-hmm. This is where NFTs come in for this. Just saying. This is one of the use cases of NFTs. A lot better than if you're a credit card holder. Yeah. Taylor Swift could come out with a collection with different tiers or rarities of different art pieces, music, whatever. Oh. And she could specifically have, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Instead of hey, you're a Capital One member, great, you have a credit card that no one else has, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. I get the credit card companies like that because blah. Yeah. But if Taylor wanted to more, it's a cash grab for credit card companies, less about Taylor Swift, where, for example, if Taylor Swift had NFTs, it'd be about her direct connection to her fans. Yes. Okay, continue.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay, so anyways, pre-sale goes on without a hitch. Then sales are open to the mass public. And it's absolute chaos. So Ticketmaster, their tickets fluctuate in price based off of the amount and how much people want them. Very similar to flights and hotel rooms. Flights and hotel rooms work the same way. Ticketmaster operates the same way. So you know how a airline can really gouge the shit out of you when you're looking for a flight the day after Christmas? Ticketmaster essentially did the exact same. Except for it was obnoxious prices. It was people were paying $20,000 for some random single ticket in an arena in a arena. So, besides the price gouging being absolutely god awful, on top of that, Ticketmaster couldn't handle the volume of people trying to get tickets for all of these shows. So Ticketmaster's system is basically failing. They halted sales. Some sales had started and some hadn't. So because the first sales were going so bad, they're just okay, we just can't sell any of these tickets right now. And it was so bad that different states are suing Ticketmaster like Tennessee, for example, is suing Ticketmaster. So it's this huge, giant, like, kerfuffle, which is just insane.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like, who's paying 20? What, like, normal person is like, I'm going to put all of this money on I'm going to put 10 grand on my credit card to be in the same stadium as Taylor Swift.
Yeah, well, here's my thing.
That's crazy.
If I was given free Taylor Swift tickets, I'd try to sell them to someone for $50.
Because you don't know the value of them.
No, because I don't care about Taylor Swift at all. No. $50 is worth more to me than having Taylor Swift tickets.
You're saying you wouldn't try and sell them for like $2,000?
Oh, if that's what they were worth. But my point is, Taylor Swift tickets, $50, I'll take the $50.
Oh, yeah. I would take the money too. And yeah, people who had gotten tickets then saw the prices going up crazy. So then they got to the point where they're like, oh, do I want to see Taylor Swift or do I want like $50,000? And then they were trying to sell their tickets. Oh my gosh, it was a hot mess. People were literally just on their phones for like 24 hours. And this is all you like hear. It's just them tapping to like the refresh button. It's wild.
It is wild. Well, that is your November monthly scoop.
Yes, indeed.
We will be back in December for the festivities.
Woo! As a reminder, we have bi-weekly show uploads on Wednesdays, which is crazy. We're almost done with the year. So we're going to finish it out with a bang.
Yeah. Already getting into season 4 of Strive Nation podcast. What's
wild.
That all about? We should try innovating this show.
Ooh, yes.
No, we keep telling you we're going to have live video, and it just, life happens, and I don't really want you guys to see my bedroom.
It's a little too intimate.
It's pretty intimate. We need a bigger place first, and we're working towards it.
We are.
But thanks for being with us this entire year, all of last year, through all the craziness of the world. Hey guys, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Strive Nation podcast with your hosts, Cory, Estreen, and Taylor Huff.
Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at Strive Nation Pod on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Join us for our next episode in 2 weeks. And remember, when the world is upside down, Strive Nation is right side up for you guys. Have a good one.